Hello guys, so today we want to look at multisigs. So all the transactions that we saw in the set of tutorials that we did were just simple transactions which were locking the transaction with just a single private key that might be in your wallet. So there are other transactions that locks that the transaction is being locked. There are some transactions that the transaction is being locked by multiple private keys. So these are called multisigs. So I was just skimming through this tutorial and I saw the way they're doing it. So this will only work with the legacy wallets. Yeah, not the descriptor wallet that now comes as a default with especially the version 29.0 of Bitcoin Core. So something like this command over here, they create multisig. The first thing that it does is that it creates the multisig, but it doesn't associate it directly with your wallet. So it means that you will, on signing, you will have to hard code the private keys, which is not possible in descriptors because we normally just have the master private keys. Yeah, so the create multisig isn't an option for us. Yeah, so we can create the multisigs, but we cannot spend, as you can see. So here on spending, just on this tutorial still, import address is for the legacy. Yeah, so all this. So on signing the transaction, this is now where I'm saying the sign raw transaction with key. It is not recommended because, as you can see, the private keys are being hard coded. Yeah, and you cannot dump private keys with the descriptor wallets as they are doing over here. So the next tutorial, spending the with the automated. So this was just like a solution to the previous one, but now we cannot use the add multisig address with the modern wallets, so it only works with the legacy one. So this led me to just create a tutorial on the multisig, especially if you're using the modern wallet. So if you're using the legacy one, this tutorial will work best for you because it's an amazing tutorial. Yeah, but now when it comes to the modern wallets, is now where I want to take you through. So we'll be going through these processes in this video, and then we will do the PSBT in another video. Yeah, so we'll just follow this procedure. The first thing that we'll be doing, so I'm just running the reg test. Let me just, because I've deleted some wallets, so let me just restart the daemons so that it can refresh the changes. So because we are mimicking a multisig, we'll be using two different wallets. And what I normally like doing, I normally like just checking the commands that they are using. So we are creating wallet. So I just like copy pasting these commands because they have already escaped they have already formatted them the way they should be formatted. So we are creating a wallet. Our wallet name will be called the first wallet name. So let me just do this command twice. Yeah, so the first wallet name will be called, let me do the second. This is signer2. And then the first one will be called signer1. So this will be called signer1. Yeah, so these are two commands. So we are just creating two wallets. The first wallet will be the first signer, the second wallet will be the second signer. Yeah, so I'll just run it and see how it goes. So signer 1 has been created and signer 2 has been created. So now each signer generates a wallet. We have generated the wallet with the descriptor as true, as you can see, meaning that this is now a modern wallet. And then each signer exports their xpub. Yeah, so we are just going to export the xpub. So we are going to list the descriptors. Okay, so list descriptors. So because we have two loaded wallets, so we'll just use rpc wallets. We'll first do it for signer 1. List the descriptor and then record it so that we can use it. So I will just use the native SegWit, and be sure that you are using the receiving address, not the change address, not the one with the 1. So we'll just take the entire up to where there's the checksum. So I'll just call it this signer 1 and paste it, and then do for signer 2. So I'll just replace the wallet that I'm using to be signer 2. And then again, I'll just use the native SegWit and be sure to take the receiving one, the 0 asterisk, instead of the change one. So now this is the signer 2 wallet. So we have completed the second step. Each signer exports their xpub, each signer notes their fingerprint and the derivation path. So this is the fingerprint, and this are the derivation paths. Yeah, as you can see, signers share their xpub, fingerprints, and path. So you can share the information so that the other signer can reconstruct everything. Okay, so the next thing, each signer builds the full multisig descriptor, but each signer replaces their own xpub with their xpriv. So we'll just do this, we'll just do that. Because this is a multisignature, what we'll do, we'll just use witness script hash, but we'll use the multi function because it has multiple descriptors. So it is 2, and then now we can just copy from here. So because this is the first signer, let me just name it. This is signer 1. Because this is signer 1, so the signer 1 will replace their own xpub with their xpriv. So to do this, I'll use signer 1, but I'll put private as true so that I can get the private keys. So these are the master private, not the standard one. This is the master private. So I'll just copy this up to somewhere here and then replace it over here. Yeah. Let me just confirm if that is how we do descriptors, the multi one. Okay, so here we have a list of descriptors that you can use. So here is the multi, okay, the number, and then the keys. So we are on the right track. So the next thing is that we will just do the next one. The next one should just be the second signer's xpub because we don't have their private keys. So again, I'll just copy from here the signer 2's xpub to here. Yeah, so this is the signer 1, and then now we'll do signer2. So for signer2, we'll just do the same, multi. It's a function, it takes 2, and then we are now listing so the first one will be the signer1's information, which is the xpub, and then the second should be the signer2 master private. So I'll just change this to signer2, and then again check this one, now from here to here, and replace it. Yeah, so now we have the constructed descriptors. So the next thing that we'll be doing, each signer replaces their own xpub with the xpriv, and then each signer generates the descriptor checksum. So we need the checksum so that we can be able to import it. So to do that, we'll just use the get descriptor info. Yeah, get descriptor info, get descriptor info, and then give out our descriptor. So the signer1's descriptor is this one. So we'll just take the entire. Yeah, and then press enter to check the checksum. Okay, so I'll just yeah, so this is the checksum, as you can see. So we'll just note down everything with the checksum. I guess it is the same thing. Let me just use the signer1 wallet because we are using signer1. So now this is everything. We'll just I'll just copy this for recording purposes. So signer1, and then I'll do the same for signer2. I'll do the same for signer2. So I'll just take this signer2's descriptor. Yeah, so that's it. Again, we are getting the same error, so let me just correct it. Yeah, so here I'll just copy the entire for recording purposes. Signer2. Okay, so now we have the information together with the checksum. So we have done step 1 to step 7. So right now we'll just be importing. Each signer imports the full descriptor into their wallet using the import descriptors. So again, I will try to use their already curated commands. So I'll just copy this one over here and then replace it with our own descriptor. Okay, so because we are just importing a single descriptor, I'll remove the second object. and then remove this internal, and the timestamp I want to be now because I want to record this time. And now replace this with our descriptor. Yeah, so this is signer 1. This is signer 1's descriptor. So I'll just copy from here to here. Yeah, so timestamp is now. No, I want to import this one over here. So let me import this one. Because it is the one with the multisig. Yeah, so that is the descriptor that we're importing, the multisig descriptor. So we'll press enter, multiple wallets loaded. So I'll just use signer 1 for this. Signer 1 for this. Missing checksum. So we already calculated the checksum. So and we recorded it. So here is the checksum. So we'll just link it to our descriptor. So it should be somewhere over here. So I'll just place the checksum, and now everything should work. Provided checksum does not match. Okay, so of course it does not match because of this space over here. Success. So we'll just record this. And put signer 1 imported. Signer 1 imported. We'll do the same. Signer 2 imported. And we'll do the same. What I'll do is just delete this. Just delete everything. And then use signer 2's descriptor. Yeah, so now I'll just copy paste it. This is the signer 2 multisig descriptor. So I'll just copy paste it over here, and now just put the checksum that we've already calculated from here. So this is the checksum that we should be using. So I think I'll just place it over there, and I'll remove this trailing line over here, and again this one is also true. Okay, so I've imported it to signer 1. I should import it to signer 2. Yeah, so it is successfully imported. So I'll just copy this and paste it for recording purposes. Okay, so now we are done with the processes from 1 to 8. So all signers can now derive the same address. So what I'll just do, I'll just check using the list descriptors. I think we have the command over here. Yeah, signer 1, I want to list descriptors, and then I want to do the same for signer 2, so that we can be sure that we have the same descriptors imported. Signer 2. So list descriptors. So first of all, I'll do over here, and then I'll do over here. So the one that we should check is this one over here, because in this one I think we imported twice. So this one over here and this one. So let us just confirm that they have the same fingerprint, the same derivation path, and we can see the same tpub for all. We can see now everything is okay. So if you check, also the checksum checks out, so it means that they can derive from the same addresses, because you can see they can derive from the same receive addresses, as you can see. So now in the next tutorial, now what we'll be checking that each signer can sign PSBTs using their own key. So in our next tutorial, we'll be looking at the PSBTs. See you then.